Hello CIS scholars, this is Sonal Shah, an English educator from Countryside International School. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. So today we are going to start with a new poem, that is The Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken by Robert Lee Frost. So scholars, before we start about the poem, let have some information about the Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. His work was initially published in England before it was published in America. Known for his realistic depiction of rural life and his command of American speech. Frost frequently wrote about settings from rural life in New England in early 20th century, using them to examine complex society and philosophical themes. There are some facts about the Road Not Taken poem also. The Road Not Taken poem is very famous poem. Hope you have learned before also. So let's know about some facts related to the Road Not Taken. The Road Not Taken is a well-known poem by Robert Frost published in 1916 as the first poem in a collection of Mountain Interval. Mountain Interval is a book of poem in that the Road Not Taken was published. Its central theme is diversion of paths, both literally and figuratively, although its interpretation is noted for being complex and potentially divergent. The Road Not Taken is an ambitious poem that allows the reader to think about the choices in life, whether to go with the mainstream or it alone. Now here one word is ambitious, more than one possible meaning. I just want to share one fact related to the poem, that is that the people, those who have analyzed the poem, they have taken out 22 meaning of this poem, and still the people have not find out what was the correct meaning which Robert Frost has kept in his mind and written while writing the poem. Now next point is, if life is a journey, these poems highlight those times in life when a decision has to be made. So to make a proper decision, our decisions are proper or not, how our life is, this life, the complete scenario, you can also make out the new meaning after reading this poem. So students, let's get start with the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I couldn't travel both, and be one traveller along I stood, and looked down as far as I could, to hear it bent in the undergrowth. Student, one thing I just want to give you a note, that here few hard words are there. I have mentioned the meaning of that hard words in bold and red color. For example, diverged means separated and took a different direction. Means your poet wants to say that the road could symbolize two choices in life, and the poet is finding it difficult to make a choice. So he, being a traveler, stood there for a long time, determining which way to continue traveling. As he was thinking, he noticed that one of the road bent in the trees and shrubs and finally disappeared. Here, undergrowth means it wants to say that the dense growth of plants and bushes. Here the poet wants to say exactly that there are two ways, as in a picture also I have shown you that one way is going this side, one way is going this side. Now the poet is very confused where to go, and he is confused more that he cannot select both the things. He have to select any one out of this. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there hard won, them really bought the same. As in before stanza, I already informed you about that the yellow woods. That two roads are diverged into the yellow woods. Yellow woods means what? Woods means a forest, and yellow when the forest get yellow during the autumn season. So here the poet is talking about the season also, and that is during the autumn season. Now here, after saying that one of the road disappear into the undergrowth, the poet decided to take the another road. As just as fair can have the multiple meaning also, perhaps the poet wants to say that the road is beautiful as well, or the poet want to be fair and choose the correct option. Hence, it can select in the between two roads, may portray the selection between the two destinies also. That two roads are defining two different destinies. One can be a correct one and another can be an incorrect. The poet then describes that maybe this road is better because it has a fresh grown grass on it and was not used much. So your two ways are there. In one, autumn leaves are fall, so dry leaves are there. In another way, green grass are there, and they are so new that they have not been used. Here it is written in the line that that can be a better claim. Better claim means what? Better option. Which are the options are there? Because it was a grassy and a wanted wear. Grassy here means a grassy means a grass which is very green, and it is seen that no one has walked on that grass, so it is a wanted wear, that the grass are also want that someone should walk on me. And as they were looking so green, so poet thought that let's go to this part. But when the poet started with his destiny, what he has found that before it was looking so green, but somewhere it is damaged. Had worn means it is damaged. And the both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now your poet is saying something in before this, in a second stanza, as we have discussed that when he started walking on his own destiny, on his path, when he started traveling on it, he found that travelers have passes through these roads just as much as the other. How he came to know? Because how he came to know to this, when he can observe how the poet quickly goes back to his statement. How he go back to his statement? He says that it is an untraveled road, and now he is saying that it is a equally traveled road. So here it is saying that it is a equally traveled road. Also the poet says that the path is wanted wear. The path cannot have a desire or wanted to wear. It is a human quality given to a path. It is a non-living and it is given a human quality of wanting. Thus the poetic device personification is used here. But the poet says that both the roads are covered with the leaves that morning, and perhaps that morning he was first to travel on the road, as the leaves fallen on the road had not turned black by the steps of travelers. Here I have mentioned in my meaning words also, in leaves no step had trodden black. Trodden black, no steps, no step has trodden black means when the people walk on the leaves or in a grassy area, or we can say the dry leaves are fallen down, and then in that path if somebody is walking, what will happen? The dirt of the shoe will stuck on the leaves and the brown leaves can get turned into the black. However, it seems that he regrets his decision, slightly wondering if he will ever get to come back and take the other road. What he was feeling that I have taken my wrong decision, I have to go to that road, but let's have whatever happened. Now I cannot change my decision. Maybe it happens that one day may I come again and I can take that road. Means one day he can also change his decision, but that is not of sure. He doubted. I doubted if I ever should ever come back. Means lack of sureness. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took a one less travelled by, and that has made all the differences. Now here students, what poet wants to say that years from now, somewhere in the future, the poet feels that he will look back and then decide whether the choice he made was a correct one or not. This may be indicating that making a choice out of two objects is responsible for our future, and that makes all difference. The choice may brings us right or wrong. He will be telling about his choice with the sigh. Sigh means what? Expressing the sadness. He was expressing the things with the deep sadness. That sigh is releasing a deep breath, expressing the happiness also, relief also, and sadness also. But here he was relieving his sadness that after the many days, after that someday down the road, when I will be grow old, the poet will grow old, the ages and ages after, maybe it happens that he relieve that, he feels that whatever the choice he has taken at that time, that can be proved right also. It can be a sign of happiness, or if it is wrong, then it can be a sign of sorrow. So here the poet wants to say in his last line that two roads diverge in a wood, and I took a one less traveled by. Means what actually poet wants to say, that I have taken where the difficulties were less, and that road, after taking that road, that every whatever the my life is, that had all made my life different. Okay, it means sometime it happens that it is something we can learn from this poem, that sometime we have two choices in our life. One can be a right also, and one can be a wrong also, but we have to decide that which choice we are going to select, which way we are going to go, which path we are going to take. If we have taken a correct path, that means whatever happened after that in a future, everything will be correct. But in case we have taken a wrong path, that in that way we cannot say what will happen to us in the future, because that can make all the difference. So we have completed the explanation of the poem. Now this is the central idea of the poem. The road not taken. The main theme of the road not taken is that the life is full of choices which will define your destinies. As I told you that in our life there are so many choices, and always our choice are always defines our destinies. The speaker spent a while deliberating when he comes to a fork. Fork means a forest, autumn forest, in a road, which symbolize the choice must make in his life. Ultimately, he must make some decision, but he will spend the rest of his life hunting by, simply curious about that what could happen if choose the another part. Here in the poem, the poet was thinking in his future that after passing this time, he must be thinking that there were two roads. One I have selected, which was where there were less difficulties, and another was also there. So I have made one choice. But if I have made that one choice, another choice, that what will be that my present, whatever the present is right now, it may change. The choice that he made has made all the difference in his life, whether it is a this is for better or for worse is a ambiguous. So students, this was the end of part 1 of the poem The Road Not Taken from Behave. I, Sonal Shah, will be back soon with the part 2 of the same poem describing figure of speech. But before going, I just want to give you something. Yes, tongue twister. Here there is a one tongue twister which I want to show you, and you have to complete that tongue twister. Bitter butter bought a bit of butter, but she said, "This bit of butter is bitter." But a bit of better butter mixed with this butter might just make my bit of bitter butter better. So Betty bought a bit of better butter to dash 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 dash. Now here this dash you have to fill it, and I hope you people will find out the answer. This is something a brainstorming I am giving you. So find out the remaining part, means this is only the one line which is remaining that you have to add to complete this tongue twister. I will get back to you in a second part with the answer of this tongue twister. By the time, thank you.